Alright, welcome to the channel. So some topics of discussion today are I have 4 topics of discussion. Zone 2 burn versus HIIT training. Topic 2, eating plant-based versus calorie restriction. Topic 3, unsubscribing from YouTubers with multiple thousands of subscriptions in 2018, especially famous YouTubers who never seem to respond to any of your questions. It's like they've become this type of celebrity that no longer needs to communicate with their fans or their subscribers, which I think is wrong. What else? Topic 4, social rides versus pure training rides, the differences. Okay, so let's start from the top. Zone 2, burn versus HIIT. If you don't know by now, Zone 2 is more like base training. Like we're talking about Zone 2 heart rate, so you have to know your heart rate zones. There's a total of 5 zones. If you're familiar with heart rate training or the book by Joe Friel, training with heart rate. What else? So Zone 2 is basically conversational pace, base miles, base work that you would typically do in the off season, but it is great for fasted workouts, such as fasted cycling, when you haven't eaten anything, preferably first thing in the morning. So your body would be forced to burn fat storage versus glucose that would be floating around in your bloodstream. Because as soon as you eat something with carbohydrates, your body breaks it down into glucose, and then in the bloodstream, that's where that floating sugar would be used for energy. But if you don't have that in your bloodstream, you're in a fasted state, and so you can tap into your fat storage to reverse the cycle and burn off some of that extra fat, which I have been doing or try to do most morning workouts, along with water or cold brew coffee, something to just hydrate your system. HIIT training, so that's high intensity interval training. That is high intensity if you are strapped for time and you don't have a lot of time to do Zone 2 base mileage, where you're going at a conversational pace. You can just hit the Zone 2, the HIIT training, high intensity interval training. Say you got 30 minutes. You could do something like John Short Mix on Zwift. You could do 30 minutes of the Ringer on Zwift, which is high intensity. You could do a FTP test, which is high intensity, which they have a shortened FTP test, because a true FTP test is supposed to be 1 hour, but there are ways around that. I'm sure you can see short FTP test results on YouTube, but that's basically high intensity with a short break, high intensity with a short break, high intensity with a short break for a shorter duration of time. which would force your body to adapt and actually kind of gives you a higher top end power if you're into sprinting as well. Because sprinting, if you've been trying to increase your sprint, you know that like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds in a sprint seems like an eternity when you're going balls to the wall, full ham. Next topic. Eating plant-based versus calorie restriction. So calorie restriction is where you actually count your calories and you try to burn more calories than you eat, thereby losing weight. Which works, but it's pretty hard. If you've ever journaled or used the apps that calculate your calories, it's a little bit tedious to get within your 2000, 2200, 2400 calorie range. But it is really methodical and it does work. I've done both sides of the bridge. But one that I like to do that is more user friendly is eating plant-based, or mostly plant-based if you're not vegan, because plant foods naturally have less calories, you know, per square inch or whatever, if you're measuring by square inches, or per gram, because they are less calorie rich foods in the plant-based world. Like, for example, you could eat a tomato, a cabbage, an onion, carrot, a potato, all those plant-based foods, right, which have high volume and which will make you feel full, and your body recognizes as real food, versus cookies, pop, hamburgers, or cheeseburgers, and cheese pizza. Like, those are high, and French fries. Although French fries is from a potato, but when you deep fry it, you turn it into high calorie. So that's a little amount of food with high calories. So I'm just saying it's easier for me to go plant-based and drop the weight gradually versus calorie restrict and get angry all the time because you're counting your calories, you're looking at the numbers, and it's not matching up. It's actually a little bit difficult to hit that 2000 calorie mark if you're eating nothing but straight up plants minus avocado. Avocado, I believe, has since it's a plant-based food with fat, as well as nuts is a plant-based food with fat. Nuts. So those are plant-based foods with fats that actually have high calories. But plant-based, it's an easy way to go to gradually drop the weight, or eating more plant-based if you're not vegan. Topic 3. Unsubscribing from YouTubers with multiple thousands upon thousands upon thousands of subscriptions in 2018. I've been a content creator for years now. Some of my stuff sucks, and I can't believe I made that shit. Some of it's okay. Occasionally I have a video that's good. But thank you for subscribing to my channel. And if you watch this far through the video, thank you for watching this far through the video. But I feel a lot of YouTube famous content creators, not all, I'm not saying all, I'm not stereotyping. I'm saying the ones that no longer appreciate your comments, the ones that no longer respond to your likes, to your comments, to your subscriptions. For me, I'm 86ing those characters out of my subscription list because I ain't got time for that. Like, I'm on YouTube to make videos for my son, as I said before, so you can see all the crazy shit that I did in my 30s. For my friends, mostly people in England, and for the coffee jammers, which some of them subscribe to my channel too. But like, you know, I try to reach out to famous YouTubers, GCN, Durian Rider, you know, the big time names, the big names. Who's that other guy? The Australian guy who does like a lot of indoor turbo trainer kind of stuff, you know, and a lot of them don't respond to any of your comments. Even the famous Durian Rider vegan guy slash I don't know, he does all kinds of crazy stuff too in his regular life that I won't get into. But even that guy was like, oh, you know, if I don't, you know, I get so many comments, if I don't see your comment, like try to highlight your comment or make it stand out. I've tried doing that before. He doesn't respond to that either. So I feel like the paid promotion YouTubers or famous YouTubers, they've kind of dehumanized their subscribers to where their subscribers are just a number. So they no longer see that human connection, which I feel, you know, this is, I've gone off of other social medias like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, things like that, because I felt like they weren't helping me progress as a person. But YouTube, I can put out these videos, this content. You can actually see the real me, or my thoughts, my real thoughts in real time. It's unscripted, and I have a list, but it's unscripted. And you can ask questions, we can have a dialogue and have an actual conversation. Like, I feel like Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat, those things are just like basically for fun. Like, you can't really have a conversation there because, I mean, it's so oversaturated, which YouTube is oversaturated too, but like, people subscribe and unsubscribe from you all the time. But I mean, for the people I enjoy talking to on YouTube, we understand that we're more of a community. We're cyclists, we're people, we have more of a community. It's more tight-knit, which is good. I think I hang out more with you guys than I do some of my real friends, some of my friends who actually live here. Just kind of the way it goes. Okay. Alright. That's enough about that. That's being real with unreal YouTubers. That's that. Topic number 3. Topic number 4. Social rides versus pure training rides, the differences. So, in 2015, which it was the year I did the most races and events that I've ever done ever in my life. Marathons, half marathons, ultra marathons, bike races, ultra bike races. Race my brains out, right? Okay. So I know a little bit about racing and training with a race team. So a race team, a lot of type A personality people, go, 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 don't really want to socialize. They're there to train. They're there to get their workout in. Then at the end of the ride, they leave. Very small percentage of them actually go to the coffee shop after and socialize and talk about bikes and talk about family and talk about your work week and shit you went through to have free time to be able to ride your bike on the weekend and enjoy yourself. Okay. Which will get you fast, will get you fit, but it will rarely fill your social aspect of connecting with people who enjoy riding bicycles, because their number one objective is to get better at racing, faster at racing, fitter for racing, and they're usually type A personality people, so they're not really into socializing. Okay? On the flip side, social rides like Sunday Morning Coffee Jam, one of the rides in Hawaii I helped create, is a social ride, non-race related, to get more people out on bikes, to talk about bikes, to be a community of cyclists, to enjoy a coffee or beer after the ride or town sprint. Not to get better at racing, not to be antisocial, things like of that nature, right? It's basically be safe, have the most fun you can, have cakes and coffee after the group ride, and if you win the town sprint, cool. If you don't, cool. Everything's cool as long as you're being safe, and just ride your bike, whatever bike it is. Mountain bike, hybrid bike, road bike, cruiser bike, gravel bike, cyclocross bike, TT bike, whatever, as long as you're being safe, right? Problem is, a lot of racers, I'm a racer too, but I don't do this. A lot of racers go to Coffee Jam wanting to turn Coffee Jam into a race training ride, right? And turn everybody into a type A, hey, let's do this race, hey, let's go faster, hey, the pace is too slow, let's pick it up, da 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 da, right? There's a time and place for that, which is join a race team. If you don't want to be all about the racing, getting faster, fitter, you know, going as hard as you can, balls to the wall, staying to a serious, strict training plan, socializing as little as possible, join a club ride. Club ride, more social, less racing, or little racing, or no racing. Okay, those are the differences. Here's my windshield wipers. It's the end of the video. Thank you for watching this far. If you did, before it hits 20 minutes, I gotta go. Bye-bye. And I need to find out a closing statement for my videos, so stay rad. Stay rad. Don't crash. Take risks. And have fun. Bye-bye.